we'll have some extremely volatility market for this year. I think the volatility will be extremely high for some reason. I mean, I've got some reports sent off to me a couple of days ago. I sent it off. You can have a look at it as well if you want.
Sure.
We're gonna have a really good year, I think, by look of it. I mean, something surprising. We're gonna see something really maybe we haven't seen in history. That's what I've been getting told by basically some other boys. But let's see anyway. Let's see how it goes and how it reacts, and then we take it from there.
Yeah, man.
So I'll send
Let's
the
keep in
some of
touch
the
every day.
links, and I'm gonna wait. Basically, I'll send the links to some of the guys we know, and from there, I'm gonna send the links to public after that. So let these guys to join.
Yeah, no worries. Can you send the link to me on the WhatsApp?
Yeah, you have already.
Oh, it's the same one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Got it. Sue's about. So, yeah. Again, isn't it on that? Time is it now in London? To Chicago's 8, so Chicago's gonna roll at 9. Beautiful book. It's gonna be messy in here. It's a bit messy.
So everyone in this call was trying on your brain.
Yeah, I've had it in everyone or whatever. This is just a general little convo. What time is it where you are, bro?
I'm in London at the moment. It's almost 2.
No, where were you now?
London, UK.
Are you in London now? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you thought, I swear, I'm going Turkey next week, and then after that, hopefully, I can come your side.
Yeah, come through, mate. It's a mad story out here. A lot of fun, believe me.
Okay, so I'm gonna send it to public now, and everyone can benefit from it.
Zalo Master, here you go. It's funny though, isn't it? Love a bit of Zalo.
So I'm gonna wait for another 2-3 minutes. People are joining us slowly, as we can see.
Yeah, no, sure. No
Another 2-3 minutes. Once they all join, I'm gonna give you a little introduction regarding yourself, and then ready to boom up.
Cool. What are you watching on the chart there?
Gold and GA, GBP USD, Euro USD, and DXY, dollar index.
Okay, sure.
That's it. But mainly my main focus is gold intraday, as well as Euro and GBP. That's the one I like the most, these 3.
Yeah, I'm 9% gold, 10% GA. But gold's the one for me, bro. I haven't lost on gold in that. It's coming to 3 months now.
Like, I know you've been smashing it out, mate.
Yeah, it's been nice. It's been pleasant.
Yeah, you done a long price projection, I think last night as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a little video earlier on.
Nice.
I'll go through that today. Yeah. So there's a big story that's going to happen. Like it might be something like you just mentioned. Next 6 months goes to 2,400. You know.
Yeah.
Completely out the circuit, but I'll bring down my prediction.
Funny enough, once you start, because you're the host now anyway. Once you start sharing the chart, I've literally just noticed something on the chart as well, which I can share it to you as well, and you can give me your opinion whether it is something feasible or not.
Yeah, sure. We'll go back and forth, bro. I'm just waiting for this little. What are we on
They're
now?
all coming up nicely and slowly. 400 people filled in, not bad, within under 5 minutes.
Nice. Put out some of mine as well.
You know, do you want to lie?
No, I think it's all right. It's bright enough in my face. Too many lights already. For 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, sure. What's the weather saying out there?
Sorry?
What's the weather saying out there?
The weather, you say?
Yeah.
So what? 1 second. Should we start recording now?
Yeah, if you want.
Sure. Weather's all right, bro. Is it sunny here, bro? Is it summer? I don't even know, but it's sunny every day, bro. I've seen it rain like, I don't know, once or twice.
Sunny every day.
Yeah, it's sunny every day.
Sunny
It's
every
decent,
day.
man. It's decent, but it's not too hot, you know.
You left London in such a great time, mate. Like, as soon you left London, London start the economy and the whole thing is start crashing down big time. And it's
I knew this.
getting
I
worse.
speculated that.
It's
I
about to get
speculated
even worse. I mean, the price projection, which we believe we will going down even much way. Another 1 or 2 years, we're going to be seeing downside in a lot of industries such as property, finance, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, well, when I left London, I only went away for 2 days. I had one little luggage bag. I didn't actually plan to leave London, and I went away. And obviously, there's lockdowns left, right, and centre at the time.
Yeah.
Went from one country. I was actually in Turkey the first time.
Okay.
For 2 nights. Then I went to Dubai, stayed there. Then I went to Mexico. Then I went to Costa Rica. Then I went to Dallas. Then I flew into Thailand. Did quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which was like living torture, but it was good for my health. And yeah, I just stayed in Thailand for like until like 4 months ago. Did the same here as well in Vietnam. Came for 2 nights to meet one of my friends. Stayed here. Completely just bought everything brand new.
Nice.
You know, all the best times and moves of my life have just been out of, you know, there's no reasoning for it. Just random as hell. And I just thought, you know, trust myself. I never look back. I always just continue to go. And if something feels right, I just stay.
Yeah.
And I can create a completely new life.
Stay where you're comfortable. That's, I believe, the best thing of doing it.
Man.
So I'm just gonna do a little introduction and we make a start because we can't wait for everyone to come. So I'm gonna say in the other languages, if you don't mind, so for them to have a better brief about you and then we take it further.
Okay.
دوستان سلام، امیدوارم حالتون خوب باشه، سالم و موفق و خوشحال. I know you're bugging out to see what I'm saying. So
I'll be about.
So I'm just going to give you a little introduction about you. امیدوارم همتون حالتون خوب باشه. خوشحالم که امروز اومدید. من و شون در مورد مارکت و چارت میخوایم نظراتی بدیم که هم بلند مدت هم کوتاه مدت یه دیدگاهی بهتون میده. فقط سیگنالی و تحلیلی نیست، احتمال بیشتر آموزشی هم بذاریم. جلسه ریکورد داری میشه ولی معلوم نیست ریکوردینگ کامل در بیاد. اگر میتونید توی جلسه بمونید بد نیست که خودتون هم استفاده کامل ببرید. میدونم به زبان انگلیسی احتمالاً براتون کم سخت باشه ولی توی چارت که بریم فکر میکنم راحت و آسان تر باشه، بیشتر متوجه بشید چون چیز سختی نیست وقتی در مورد چارت صحبت میکنیم. همین guys, to all my basically English traders, hope you're all well. So me and Shun going to do a little introduction regarding the market and what's been really going on, and just a brief things to see what's the price projection for the next 6 months, perhaps 3 months, and track it down even lower to lower time frame and see how it goes. Shun, you're the host, mate, and if you want to make a start, go ahead. Thank you.
All right, guys. Nice to meet everybody, and thank you, brother, for adding me on today. I've got some of my people as well on this too. Where to start? So I wrote some notes down, but I like to just wing the whole situation when it comes down to webinars and videos, this, that, and the other, because it's how I operate. So a quick introduction as to where I'm from. I'm born in Merseyside, Liverpool, in the UK. Started trading, what was it, 14 years ago now. Had no mentor on the way, and it's took me a long time to get to where I am now. I am here to obviously share some knowledge, insights, information, and also learn from you guys. Some of my clients are in here as well, and brothers in my group, this, that, and the other. We've been working together for, I don't know, a year. And I don't look at people as a client. They're my team, they're my family. I know a lot of people from Instagram. 2 years ago, I got banned. I was one of the largest on Instagram. I had various companies when it comes down to Forex, cryptos, this, that, and the other. And I had a lot of associates, let's call them associates now, who I work with, who are still doing the same thing on IG, this, that, and the other. Anyway, I left England with the pandemic stuff that happened and went on my own journey, left everything to people I used to work with. And I was in Thailand for 2 years, just to give you a short story. And then recently I came back into work mode because I was on and off the work. I learned a lot in this industry regarding mainly discipline, risk reward factors, and how to actually accumulate, what to look at, how to find your main, love and favorites to what to trade, because a lot of people are losing in this market because they're trading too many pairs. They're on and off the market, they're on and off out of their emotions, this, that, and the other. I personally now trade gold 95% of the time. I found gold to be one of my favorites, and I haven't lost on gold in 3 months. Okay, and my guys know this in the group. A lot of my guys are winning every single week. Not to like blow my own trumpet or anything, but this took them a long time. We're always talking about knowledge, discipline. As I say, we're like a family, and we're always helping each other, conversating with each other on how to become better. And I'm sure all of you guys know it's just a long journey, and you have to keep going down, up, down, up, down, up, never giving up, and also looking after yourself in that manner. So how many pairs do you trade, brother?
So myself, I'm into gold, Euro USD, GBP USD, and GA, but not much of GA, mainly focused in Euro and GBP and gold. I mean, gold again, I intend to trade either long term rather than even short term intraday trade.
Yeah. So with me personally, guys, just to give you a heads up, I currently live in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. So I'm ahead of the time. So 1 second. Sorry. One second.
Yeah, right.
Distracted. Yeah, sorry, I got a call. I currently live in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. So I'm ahead, obviously. I wake up when it's pre-Asia. So I get to trade Asia. I look out for Asia, wait for London to come in, and then obviously I stay up for MY, as MY is going to kick in very, very soon. One of the benefits of doing so is that a lot of people, especially Americans, don't have that, beautiful contemplation of having the greatest, time frames to trade. London's are like 3 in the morning, this, that, and the other. And I had a few notes about how people lose, some reasons why people lose. Obviously, you have your technicalities in the mind, emotions. Okay, you have different turmoils in life when it comes down to, I don't know, family relationships, cash problems. Since COVID, a lot of different things have happened in the world, and a lot of people's lives have gone up or gone down. There's been a massive wealth shift, and there's still a massive wealth shift to come, which we can talk about, today or in a later date, this, that, and the other. And my guy here has a lot of knowledge too. Just to give you a heads up as to a little bit more past. 2024, guys, we're in a completely new realm now, and that's why I've got fully in the game, and my guys know that 24/7 I'm on the job every single day, looking at the gold market, progressing videos, content, showing all of my trades, and we're probably smashing about 500 to 800, maybe 1,000 pips a week, depending on the market movement.
Impressive.
So
mate.
Past is past. Present for me, let me tell you a story, because this is quite you can't be ignorant about this. A lot of people in the market now, I like to call them paid actors, especially people on social media, YouTube, this, that, and the other. When it comes down to paid actors, it means a lot of people aren't really, I'm blessed to be kicked off Instagram and YouTube because it allowed me to actually sit and focus, okay, on my market potentials. Where I'm going right now, and we just had this conversation, and you're in the same boat as me, is to the institutional and banking arena. And I can show you guys afterwards some of my work that I'm putting together, my pitch decks, my statistics, all of my chart work, and it's all in. I'll put it on the screen afterwards. I'll share the screen with you. But there's a big tipping point happening. I know that a lot of the bankers, especially, it's not just retail people losing. A lot of the bankers are losing. A lot of banks are losing money. My guy sat next to me right now is hooking me up, and we're working together in some of the foundations here. They're losing money every single day. And one of the reasons I'm only trading gold is because most of the banks only trade gold. And we've been called upon and scouted in because they need our assistance. And we're just taking 4 to 6 weeks on to get to that level. And we'll definitely get to that level very soon. So I've got some of my guys over here, but I'm completely just stepping out of the retail arena. I was in it for 10 years. And if you have the capacity and capability to get to the next level and really just go through the roof, that's always been my goal. And it's manifesting for me right now. And that's why I'm so dedicated. I've had 2 years off going back and forward and going through training, this, that, and the other in Thailand, and now getting back to work mode. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super excited as to what's to come. We've built a whole new office here with some mad machines that I'm learning to use still on my own. Learning to use in a different realm, and fucking my head's been killing for like 3 days. But point being is that motivation is here now for 2024 because there's going to be a lot of market moves, and there's going to be a lot of information that we can put out and you guys can gain from, and my guys know this. It's it's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time for the market. Would you agree?
Nice. Let's start with the chart side. Thanks for the introduction, and then looking forward to the rest of the year. See how it goes.
Sure. Go on then. Are you going first or me?
Let you go first. See what you got. Nice. Looking forward.
All right, sure. So I need that share screen. All right, let me. Okay, wait. I've already done this 5 times today. Let's do it again.
That's all right. You're the host anyway, so you got full access to everything.
All right, got it. Right. So guys, right, can you see this, bro?
It says start screening sharing, but it's still blank. Blank. So
Wait a
I mean,
second.
choose the screen, or it could be a Wi-Fi, one of them. Either the wrong screen or Wi-Fi.
This is the first time I've used Zoom.
Yeah. We here. We're good to go. Yeah, mate. We on. Sure. Can you hear me? Sean, can you hear me? Yeah, your Wi-Fi is a bit playing about. دوستان ببخشید 2-3 دقیقه اجازه بدید ببینیم میتونن وصل بشن مجدد یا نه. وایفایشون ضعیفه. اوکی، از چارت افتادن بیرون. 1 دقیقه اجازه بدید الان وصل میشن مجدد. حالا پیدا کردنشون بین 700-800 نفر سخته. Guys, we're just going to wait for Shun to come back. It's probably going to take a bit of time. I think his Wi-Fi has completely gone off. من فکر کنم فقط ایران وای فای بده. Yeah, Sean, you're back on again.
Okay, awesome. Share screen.
Yeah.
Share my screen, bro.
I'm gonna make you host again so you can share screen.
So I'm ready. Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right. We all got the same problem. I've got the same problems in as well, so it's not a problem. Go ahead, mate.
Okay, sure. Right, back again. Okay, sorry guys. Let's go share screen. Let's roll this. Okay, awesome. All right, let's get to it. I have to come onto the web. I don't know why it won't connect. I've never had a Wi-Fi issue. All right, guys. Anyway, so let's have a look at gold.
Sean, speak a bit louder if you can, perhaps. The voice is slightly a bit far, but sounds good. That's good. Better. Great. Let's start.
All right, guys. All right, let's let's make it happen. All right, so gold overall, my friends. What I was looking at this morning, okay, and I did a nice video for some of my guys, is the overall feasibility, so to speak, of where gold's going to go in the next, I would say, between 6 to 12 months. So let me just break down one or two clauses. So over here, we broke through one of the main substance arenas where we've seen a high volatile push to the downside, which took out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 month candles. Okay, it came back through. I'll just keep this quite narrow until we get down to the lower end. It came back through, took out the highs over here. So what I've done is this volume candle, which took out the previous, what we can do, we can layer on one of the fib levels, okay? This will make sense in a moment. So 1 to 2, all right? And what we've seen was 1, 2, 3 spikes to the downside, 1686, more or less. Fib target overall goals for gold is going to be 2,447. And
Nice.
we have 5 months, 14 days on this, okay? And what we can also see on the spectrum is another area of volume, okay, which came through here. And we're actually above that as well. So we broke through one area of volume on the 6 month, another area of volume, we tested 3 times the fib level, and we actually stayed quite stagnant
over 6, 12, 18, you know what I'm saying? So we came above, so we're still in bullish territory. And, you know, last month coming into end of December, it closed into an intermediate high. So what I'm looking at is, depending on how the gold bullion is going to, you know, be foreseen, I feel that 6 months, we're either going to come into 24,440, 44s, this, that, and the other, in the next 6 months, or it could stagnate, roll again. I think in the next, by the next year, we're going to be in 24,000, or maybe even higher. We can easily sustain more power than that 26K, this, that, and the other. I know gold is going to reach all-time highs, but more especially is the silver market. The silver market is the only one that hasn't done any crazy volume yet, but we can get to that in another episode. I've got a lot of silver information and CBDC information, and also token information for the current situation that the world is going through. So that's that. So then if we come down to the monthly time frame, I don't really need to read that. We'll take all of this off for a second. Let's go into the week, because the week is quite particular. Weekly notion, what I'm seeing here, okay, and this is quite very, very important, so to speak. So 1 into 2. Right, on the weekly now, so our overall long-term annihilation of you know, trend is going to be bullish. And right now, if you look at the weekly, so what we can see, and what we like to do here, the way I've sectioned this out, I've gone from volume to volume, and then what we're seeing is huge spike to the upside, but we actually close back below. So we're floating in between here, okay, and this is very, very vital going forward. So the highs of that volume, okay, from this Monday, 27th of November, the close of this week over here, is 2075, lower end spectrum, 2008, okay. Now, as you can see, we're bouncing in between, but what the special trigger is, and you can use this on any, I'll show you how we can use this on any time frame, it's better on the intraday, okay. If you can see the 50% of the volume, and you'll see this if you go and test on any time frame. I'm going to go through this in a moment because I've got some trades on gold right now, which I've used, okay, and I'll show you some live stuff in a moment. But what we can see, the special factor is 2041, okay, is the mid-region. Now, the mid-region is very, very special. We come into the mid-region, you can see that we came out, we touched the top end, spiked into the mid-region, came around, spiked again into the low, we closed above the mid-region. So what this tells us is, if we sustain above the mid-region, our thesis on gold is only long primarily for the next few weeks. If gold, okay, if this candle for this week, this is a super strong volatile zone where it's a lot of volume in the mid-region of what's happened here. You've gone up, you've gone down. Mid-region is super special. We go through this another time. I'm not talking about this like 4 days in a row. But if we come here and we close below, if the weekly candle closes below here, guess what we're going to, you know, what's ready to be extinguished is further lows. Target 1, then obviously we can roll out week by week. If we close above, guess what's going to happen? We're going to continue our bullish run, number 1, and also we have to look at the sustainability of 2,150, and then the market, okay, dependent. If this candle closes above, easy work for the next few weeks. Okay, for a substantial bull run, a nice clean bull run. That's that. And if you go to the daily, I love the daily, but the daily's saying something different. So I keep this on a daily, and you can see today, again, can you see where, 1 second, today has been relatively dead. However, if we look at, okay, I will show you. So the wicks on here aren't very good. I've got to show you some my lower time frame stuff, which is all black. What we can see here, okay, Friday the 5th of January, we got liquidity pushing us down, 1, 2. When many people call this candle a doji, it's a massive area, okay, of consolidation, and it's also a massive area of trap volume. The volume was then pushed to the downside, so what we can do, we can highlight the top and the bottom of this, bring it across, and it's the same thesis. We came into the lower end, tapped the lower end, tapped the lower end, tapped the lower end, came through, spike, came back above, and what we can then see is that Friday, which we had a beautiful trade on Friday on the long and even on the short, FYI, it's pushed back above the mid-region of where the trap volume is. So with that being said, okay, what we can also do, sorry, my New York alarm's going off. What we can also do is look at the fib, okay, from the previous high to previous low. What we can see is we tap through the fib 61.878.6, and now there's a thesis, whereas the market is either going to roll through, bust into what I've just mentioned on the weekly, or we can actually sustain and maybe go live and direct. Okay, we can maybe see small consolidation happen, and if we go into a lighter zone over here as well, okay, from A into B, back to black, we can also, there's many areas of volume consolidation. I don't use support resistance. I just roll out the areas where we can see the massive moves come, and this is helped by looking at the market every single day, knowing exactly what session the market moves through, and knowing what session the market is going to move into. Like today, if I show you some nicer charts right now, let me just refresh this. Okay, so what we can see, 90-minute time frame is a beautiful one for me. I love the 90 minutes. So what we can see on the 90-minute, guys, is there's another Fibonacci thesis going forward. If you look at some of the previous moves that have happened on the 90-minute time frame, I like to just look at, okay, so I've got A to B. We also have, we are stuck within the same fib. So the 90-minute is also correlating with the daily. And the lower end thesis of the short that I was in today, which I'm going to show you in a moment, I'm looking at, okay, so we come here, we can see consolidation, madness, news, and then we have the cutthroat. The cutthroat comes through, so I'll take from A to B, bring it across, and as you can see, tap in, roll, break through, tap two, push up. See here, and there's even more that we can go into. We can see 1 and 2 bringing that across. We have two phases of correlations. We have 1 and then 2. Now this is why my short, okay, let's just zoom in on here. My short thesis will run into intraday into here. Then when it's in here, we can look at moving the market to the upside. I don't say, okay, the market's going to go down here, go up here. I look at how the market moves, the thesis of the daily, number one, on a different chart. Okay, right now, if I show you this on the 90-minute as to what gold is about to do, so we've correlated, and even if you wanted to go a little bit deep, we could add another correlation there, come into the 50%, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the T. Can you see it to the T? Okay. Now we move to the bottom end. Now we're running into this lower end side, and now what we're looking at is gold to go into here. Okay, if we measure this right now, and again, guys, I'm mainly technical and I've got a lot of intuition and overall knowledge. 160 pips. That's that. We can write that down, keep that to the side. I also have another screen, guys, which you can't see, but I'll bring it up on here. Over here, I have the session times on, very special ones, okay, specific session times. So now on the phone, let me just check the so Chicago is coming in 35 minutes. So 35 minutes, I would expect some kind of correlation on gold. Also at the same time, okay, if I was to just delete all of this and take it through. So what we can see is this. Last week on the London, so London came through, so we have from A to B. What we're looking at is consolidation, market comes through mid-period, pushes to the highs, bring this across, and guess what happens? Okay, market pushes up, makes a complete setback boundary, and we can come over here as well. So we have two areas in which the market is correlating on from session to session. So I've just mentioned like 50 different things. There's a lot going through my head every single day, but I put all of this together like a beautiful puzzle. So London comes through, London pushes to the highs, makes correlation. That correlation there, guys, look what the correlation is. Okay, if you look at the 90-minute, there's correlation. Look at the crosshair on the left-hand side. Look at where it closes. It closes below the 78.6 fib, just here. Okay, beautiful. So bringing that forward, and as you can see here, we're coming back into the fib on the left-hand side, but at the same time, we are also coming into the correlation 50%, 50%, 50%, 50% of this boundary right here. So you can see that, bang, easy work. So what we need to see now, this is why, again, I look at targets first. A lot of people just look for entries like I don't even know, like a zombie. But I look at how we can find an entry first, and this is how we can pick up the overall, risk reward. All my trades are at least 2 to 5, 2 to 4, 1 to 2.5, 1 to 4. This, that, and the other. So there's a nice 100 pips there. We were in short from here, okay, in Asia, because I picked up this, as I said about my time zones. I probably wake up around here, and then Asia comes in, and I get lots of potential. Then I get tired at New York because it's like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. What we can also do is we can actually speculate Asia and see where we can run from Asia. So speculating Asia right there, okay. We can also see there's a boundary that came through. We broke through Asia Asia mid-range, came through 1, 2 from the correlation that happened after London. You can see when London melted, guess what we did? We came back into the volume area, speculated for the volume area, came back to the upside, bang, bang, bang. So what we're looking at now, okay, the price has, we came off here, and the price now needs to just break, see here, 2053. Then what we do is we go into a lower time frame. I love the 17-minute, I love the 7-minute, and if I want to, on my other screen, I can hit up with the 3-minute as well if we've got time. So now what we can see is if we start to roll over, and then again, we can even have more confluence as to lower end volume, which is there. It's in lower end volume, bang through, bang through, bang through 50%. So what we can do is maybe say to ourselves, okay, when the time is right, when Chicago opens in 35 minutes, we can maybe have stop loss here, target here at the 15, target here, maybe even lower, to be honest with you. Because what we can then find out is altercations between the higher potential, which is just here. Can you see where the London was? Can you see here as well, where I marked on before, where this massive altercation was in volume? And look at the crosshair on the right-hand side of the chart. So there's 2 major factors as to where the market might be pulled into. So that gives huge potential and confidence as to how to hold gold, how to be in gold, how to hold a trade for the longest period of time, this, that, and the other. If I look at the 7-minute, lastly, there's not too much of a difference there. You can see the 7-minute, we came back into the lower end confluence, the 17-minute volume, and now here we're starting to step out. So if we step out, bang, 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 100 pips easy. Does that make sense?
Lovely, mate. Amazing stuff. Just I'm not talking because you got to carry on, so I'm not going to interrupt.
No, that's it, bro. That's it. So, guys, as I say, my indication on gold, I can easily run all of these numbers.
Yeah.
I can easily run all of these numbers and these figures, and it's just about dedication, but it's about knowing what's going on here. Obviously, I said that gold in the 6 month, 12 months can roll through to 2,400. Great.
Yeah.
If you're investing in gold bullion, that's fine. Obviously, margin trade, no one's going to hold the trade until that long unless you've got like 25 million or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Different story, but I'm sure everyone comes to trading because of the excitement of it, number one, and to try to improve their intellect in the game. And what I've just displayed to you, there's a lot there going on. And that's how much information goes to my head every day, but that becomes I'm getting more mastery in just focusing on one piece. If I want to just show you something real quick, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I was going to say, go on. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Can you see that? So guys, let me just show you something when it comes down to journaling, okay? So I've got, basically this took me 3 months. There's 140 trades here. This was in currencies, and this says, look at gold now. Who the fuck is calling me again? So guys, a lot of people don't realize that they have to journal their charts. So over here, there's 140 different, there's Euro JP, there's gold, there's GA, there's oil, there's EJ, GA again, BTC, which I don't, would never put that on anybody. Even some people ask me in my group, like, hey, do you trade Bitcoin? I was like, no, because it's made to slaughter you. It's like, you might get 1 or 2 good wins here, but you're just going to get wrecked. So what I've done here, just as a reflection to the audience, and I'm getting it printed into a nice book, I'll show you guys on the next call, is just come in. And this is where you need what to do to see what you perform best at and what you perform the worst at. So, there's certain factors of trade management, risk reward protocols, this, that, and the other. okay, as an example, your wins, your losses, and this is a lot of high-end precision. And at the minute, I'm just doing the gold, but all I'm saying, and you know, the choir for this is use a journaling factor to know, like my best phase was gold, and that's why I traded, because I did the best at gold. So why do I want to risk, you know, my hard-earned energy, so to speak? Fuck the money, it's the energy and the headache, because of the you know, I'm trading things that I'm not good at when I can just put all my energy into one basket, which is gold. People say don't put your eggs in one basket. Well, guess what? In the Forex market or the commodity market, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, a lot of people intention is to make money from everywhere, but they don't know trading gold is completely different to what they've been doing outside.
yeah, I mean, when you trade in it and you have the masterpiece of actually getting in and out of a trade whenever. Like, let's say crypto, for instance. If you've got 5 different cryptos that you think are going to be, you know, doing well, don't get me wrong. Don't put your eggs in one basket for, you know, an investment cause. And if you're an investment bank, so to speak, you have to look at, you know, you have to look at like the capital adequacy. It's like if something goes down and you put a lot of money into 5 different things and something goes up, then you might make alpha overall. But when you're looking at a market, like I've just explained gold in a very specific scientific way, and I know what I'm doing on it, and I know, okay, my risk reward here can be 20 pip stop and 100 pip target. When that 100 pip target happens, guess what I do? Go to bed or go out, have a meal. You know what I'm saying? Read a book, do something else, and then get ready for the next session. That's why it's very, very as I was mentioning, some people in the States who are struggling because of session times, you really need to get the sessions on. And I've got beautiful, you know, factor of which has helped me improve from being in Asia, because Asia opened just after I had breakfast.
The time variation actually is amazing out there. I mean, when you wake up, when you get a chance to trade all the sessions.
Yeah, bro. If I wake up at 5, 6 a.m., it's 3 hours until Asia opens. And look how Asia performs from the previous day's spectrum. And you see, like here, for instance, Asia came into previous London's time. I could see the consolidation range. I could see the volume range. And it's now tested the volume range. And this morning, it took me 2 minutes. Okay, so what time was that? I can't even remember what time it was. But and I was like, "Fuck, sell gold to everybody." Came back up, another opportunity to sell gold. Same regions too. We had London and Asia, but not every day do you get that. And then you can actually consolidate. You know, you can accumulate. Quicker than anybody else. If Asia's not looking too good, you wait for London to open. London ain't looking too good, as we're doing now, waiting for Chicago to open. But all the benefactors are all looking to the downside. Overall, looking to the upside, but that's not going to happen. If you want to do intraday trading properly, then you know you have to be in and out. You know, shake it all about.
Yeah, that's a long way projection, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even on the weekly, if we just go back to that for 1 second, the daily is a little bit stubborn. The daily can consolidate, so that's why I'm looking at. If I know that something can consolidate, I come into the smaller end times, track the volume over there, and then I can see, okay, it's done this, done this, done this. I can say on gold, especially, one move could be 100 pips. One move, even if it's 60 pips, and you're risking 15 or 20 on the lower end, knowing that, okay, from there, I'm now right here, for instance, 2035. Okay, half of this volume, because this is a volume chaser. Okay, and then the volume sticks. Money's now coming out of the market, picks up again on Friday. This is a chaser move over here. You see, wick at 50% of this here, and that was Monday, the 8th of Jan. So when it comes down to here, we're like, I'll get ready to fucking plug this all the way back up, because it's going to have to take out this stuff, do this stuff. So from here, 2036 until 2064, you know, so that's just shy of 300 pips. Then you can make a bigger move. You have to know the small moves, and then you can hold for the big moves. But it's all about the timing of the week. Like market normally works in like 5, 6, maybe 4 to 6 segments. If it's killed Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like we killed Friday, then guess what? Monday, Tuesday might be slow. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday might come in, and then it changes for the next 2 weeks. We work on bi-weekly and also monthly schedules. But also know, okay, there's danger over here. And this is something that I used to do, and I've seen people do it, and I tell people, don't do this. You smash a trade. I've got GA as well, guys, but it's boring as fuck. I'm looking at GA 1.9230. I don't really trade that much. I just do it for the team. GA smacked like 150 pips today, 130, whatever it was. People are smashing it like 15, 16 Gs. These guys aren't massive traders, but they're learning.
Yeah.
It's 15, 16 Gs in London is an annual fucking salary, bro.
100%.
They made that in like 1 hour, and it's like, shut up. I go, bro, like, if get out when you're happy, fuck it, take the money. It's Friday, we'll have a nice weekend.
That's literally, that's the problem, Sean. A lot of traders' intention is to be within one trade to make billion or million, and it doesn't work because they get unsatisfied from the chart, mate, and ending up giving up or doing some messed up things to the chart.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then guess what happened? I said close it, and then it reversed directly past the entry. So imagine if like you're there, and then what do you do after? You're trying to beg for another trade, like New York session on Friday night, and the market's now dead. Then you're holding over the weekend. You're thinking about over the weekend. You come into Monday, your emotions are fucked because you ain't slept thinking about the fucking market all weekend. It's like, as I say on gold, bro. Like I know where gold goes here to here. Get the fuck out. Wait for the next session to come in. Then guess what? We consolidate, do that, and then we go into the next round. So know that the next trade is always around the corner, and that's what the chart legacy thing, which I just showed you, which we called it, that 140 there.
That's it.
That was just that was a showcase. Like, yo, this is what you can do. Okay, find out your personal preference with what you're really good at. Stick what you're good at. I do this and GA, but I do gold 90% of the time.
Yeah.
I'm just better at it. I can read it, in an intuitive factor. But I know when to get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just about living your life as well. We do this to live our life, not to like cry. I was crying for years, mate. Believe me, I was crying for years. But a lot of disciplines outside the market as well, especially like personal things that I've gone through. A lot of personal things which I'm blessed for.
Let's go through some of the chart work. I mean, I'm going to show you some of my thoughts as well, and then after that, we can go discuss a bit regarding the mindset and further on and so on and so forth. So if you can
sure.
by the way, just before we move on, have you got any thoughts on BTC?
Yeah.
Go on, show us some of your thoughts on a BTC. Be interesting to know.
BTC real quick. Give me 2 minutes, okay?
Sure, not a problem. Sure.
Okay, sure. All right. So I know everyone loves BTC. Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can now. Go on.
Sure. So BTC, I used to look at it all the time. I know exactly what it's going to do most of the time, but again, I don't advise anyone to correlate their fucking equity to it unless you got a hell of money and you're very, very disciplined. But it can wreck you. So I've run something through here. Okay, so BTC on the overall spectrum, I looked at this the other day. Let me just restart this whole model. I'll go through it.
Yeah,
so let's just start again. The 6 month, bro. We've come into a massive turn of events. Can you see here where the crosshair is, where the two bodies are, where it's 46,113? Right, we're in there now. Okay, so we come down into the monthly. What we can see in the monthly on the overall spectrum is this. Okay, so if we run in and we take the volume from A to B, okay, we've come into the volume really. We haven't hit the 50% yet. It could be with the 16 days left on this monthly time frame. Lower end, okay, the major spectrum on the month is just down here, but we can actually come and we can ensure that we don't violate this chart too much. So we've got one piece of confidence there that it's going to roll over. Secondary piece of confidence is a huge end, okay, and because again I watch all these markets all the time, so I know where the volume comes in, where we have trap, foresight back down. So this is a huge area. Can you see here? Yeah. Can you see here where we came in? Look at every, apart from one where it was like a few pips off, look at every spectrum where it came in 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50 down. All right. What we can also do is on this weekly, before we get into the daily, which is the most important, this is what we're looking at. So with BTC right now, the current situation is it's going to roll over monthly, weekly, okay, 2 times. But at the same time, what we need to do is we need to fulfill. Okay, we need to break down past 40K. Then on the daily, this is where it gets funny. Okay, so we got that. And then on the day, guys, okay, so I can tell you where it's going to go. I'm looking at here as there's massive lower end predicaments around, I would say 31.5. Overall, at the top end, there's a few things that are violently in place. Okay, here, spike, really dislocated itself at 47. Then what we can see is we came through. Now we're just hanging in midair. When we talk midair, okay, what we can see now is more volume here. So what's also happened is that midair area, okay, the midair area has been violated. It's came through. Can you see here? Tap through, spike in, see it spiking in again. So that tells me that we're actually going to start to roll very soon. If you wanted to go a little bit deeper, we can also suggest that we have this here. And at the same time, can you see where the crosshair is at the bottom end there? It's also a confluence. Okay, that bang. So overall, this area gets absolutely tanked out. I'm not going to draw a little shitty support and resistance because it doesn't work. Okay, that's not how the market works. And then basically what's going to happen is there's a foundation on BTC. That maximum, I would say, we need to roll. We'll crash through here. It's going to take money. It's going to take money off this. The money is going to come from 1, 2, 3, 4 liabilities. So once it does, it's going to crash. It needs to take this money first, then it's going to push through to the next amount of money. So I would say 11,500 pips short. And if you go back to the monthly, that's that. See here we've got the monthly generation of a huge move with a lot of volume in there. There's more sides to it. I'm just using simple lingua. Just using simple lingua right now. But we also had 1 push, 2 push, 3 push, and now we're going to get a rollover. That's it really for now. I feel that keeping it short and sweet on that. Once it's here, then we'll look at the factors that it's made in between. Okay, and then we can see where it can take control. But I would say I'm 95% sure, this is a guarantee, that BTC is going to hit 32.7 and maybe if it's special 31.6.
You know where the all-time high is? I mean, not the all-time high, the recent all-time high on the BTC, if you go back into it again. So where your line is 47.21, that's where you put your line, your level there. I put a technical for my team basically as well. I think it was on last week where my price projection was actually where the price is at the moment. And in fact, if it doesn't hold between 44 and 45, then I'm going to look down way lower, which I did explain that all in the video as well. I'll send it over to you. You can have a look at them as well. I mean, from 47, my assumption was to go short because everyone was like, oh, you know what, SEC approved the Bitcoin, and you know, I mean the next move is, you know, it's going to go all-time high, hit 200 grand. So I was like, no, my friend, you're taking you're actually going in the wrong direction.
95% of the stuff you hear is jargon, bro. The market doesn't work like that because the BTC moves it does now because there's a lot of liquidity in that. You've seen ETH add that when the liquidity jumps on ETH, it starts to move like that. So it's moving in the market maker volume. There's people who control these markets. It doesn't move on fundamentals. The fundamentals are a side effect of what these guys do. It's already in there. So a lot of people like this. Like even in my group, you know, we have a few different conversations, and I give all the hardware advice, this, that, and the other, of how to store your cryptos properly outside of Ledger, outside of this, that, and the other. There's big regulations coming in. There's big regulations coming in for MT4, MT5. That stuff isn't going to be around too long. There's, you know, all in funded accounts and stuff, and it's all going down, so people are going to suffer.
It's always scam anyway. It's not really these funded accounts. It's not really real money.
I've got one of the biggest guys who own MetaQuotes on WhatsApp. Yeah, I can get anyone's information right now. You know, it's one of them. I know that's going to go on. So, you know, I'm just keeping to myself in it. I'm just in a different direction right now. So I've got a different thing going on. Yeah, right. So, but yeah, that's my BTC there. I'll stop sharing this, yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to show you a bit of my chart watch as well, and then from there, I'm just going to have to take the host back. But don't mute yourself, please, because I'm going to lose you after that.
Sure.
Thank you. So I'm going to start with the gold, what you started yourself, first and foremost, with the whole thing. What we can see on the chart at the moment, I'm going to start with the weekly. I'm not going to go even, because you already explained the higher time frame, so there's no need for me to go through it again. But with the weekly, what I can see, we are having some sort of low momentum at the moment in order for price to rally up again. I mean, I have my own method of trading. So the way I see it, the price institute pushed the price up to 12150, well, approximately. And from there, I don't think we are going to make a new high yet. You know what I mean? Again, based on what you just said. My overall target for the gold is 2,300. But again, for the price to hit if the price decided to hit 2,300, we do need to have a major event going on in the whole world. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. It does need a major event. If we do have a major event, then of course the price, it will have a reason behind it to rally up to all-time high again. But for the now being, what I'm expecting is if I just drop into the hourly to the daily time frame, it's a price where hold on, no, once again, sorry. No, I've lost the region. Yeah, anyway. So what you highlighted is well, that's how I see it as well myself. We are stuck at this region at the moment. But what I see is price from the very ease now at the moment. So this is the liquidity area for me, myself personally, where I can see the price being held for a while now. So we tap into it once, second time, third time. I do believe the price do need to rally back down again to this liquidity area. From this region, if we do play back up again to 240, then my next target is 1989, to be honest. And then from 1989, I'm looking at the 1974. For now, it's not something where I mean, I like to trade step by step. So for me to target 1989, it does need to break 2000, 2030 first in order for me to target 1989, then 1974. You know what I mean? But I am still going short based on what you said as well. It's absolutely correct. If we drop in, I mean, I don't use a way lower time frame. I'm only using 1 hour and 4 hour. So my price prediction is to where the liquidity is at the moment, where the price is a stock, to come into the bottom of the liquidity area where the price is currently at the moment of stock. So if it does break fully by 2 candles below this area, my next target projection is 1989. Otherwise, I'm gonna be thinking of, you know what, I'm stuck at the moment here. That's how I see it myself for the long term and short term. So with a GBP, I mean, we're not really doing much. So what we can see on the chart, consolidation range area. So for me, if I do want to carry on of buying or selling at the moment, it's a range, it's consolidation. I mean, if I do want to sell, I do need to break 26,128. Otherwise, I am not executing any sell order yet. And again, it does need to break within a 4-hour time frame. If I do want to buy, I do need to break 27.95. Otherwise, I will not execute any buy order. So in the meantime, what I would do is execute from the top to the sell side, to the bottom side, and from the bottom side to the top side. So I'm not going to make it really too complicated, really. It's just within the region, I'm going to execute buy and sells because we are in consolidation market. In the euro, it's the same price projection. It's not really much difference because the both price are acting same. I mean, between 89, 39, and 98, 18, we are stuck. The price has a stock again. I mean, if I do want to execute the sell order, I do need to break 89. If I not, then I'm going to keep selling and buying as an intraday using 1 hour time frame, 15-minute time frame execution. And this is it really. This is my 3 pairs which I'm mainly trading. Any thoughts? Sean? Hold on. I need to unmute you again. Go on.
Hi, mate. How are you?
No.
No, absolutely. I feel like, yeah, as I say, I feel like the levels that you give to the downside, we just have to be quite, what's the word? The technological skate that I gave is buffer after buffer after buffer when it comes down to like the volumes of session times and days.
Sure.
Obviously, users on the left-hand side. But I feel like you just have to be a little bit more, like, what's the word?
Precise?
What's this? No, not precise, not precise. You're on a 4 hour. You need to come in and you have to like continue to work things slowly.
Yeah.
Obviously, your biases are completely direct.
Yeah.
But we just have to see, because obviously if you look at this 4 hours, see the spectrum up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. There's going to be in between. We could go for another up, down. So this is what I was saying earlier on. If you have to, there's a lot more intricate stuff that we have to put in. Because
Yeah, sure.
if you want to take, we have to look at where these previous volumes are to take the profit ready to go up. We have to, a lot more. Not a lot more retrospect when it comes down to take profits in and out, in and out, in and out. But no, what you said is good, and then also at the same time, I can see something now in the 4 hour, because I don't use the 4 hour, but I can see that massive area, the 4 hour, where the market is pushing in.
This was a brief idea of giving where the price projection is for the next, for the next time period. But I mean, when I want to execute the order and then I dig into the lower time frame, such as 1 hour, 15 minutes, maximum. If I do want to go lower, 10 minutes. I mean, below 10 minutes for me, it's outdated data. I mean, I don't intend to use them much. I mean, I don't understand them much, so I'm not really interested of using them, if that makes sense. So I intend to use 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half hour, an hour. This is where my execution come in place for me to execute the market and either enter for the sell or buy. For the long, if I want to project the price for the long term, again within a day or week, then I just start looking at the 4 hour, 1 day, then of course 1 week, and so on and so forth. That's how I intend to look at it.
Okay, sure. What about the GBP AUD? Because I'm looking at.
Believe it or not,
I'm looking at one prediction, but as I say, how many 5%, 10% on that?
so you're looking at the short term or long term?
I would just say for the next 2 days.
Okay, for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
So what we can see in here, we were stuck where the area were stuck initially in a 3-4 weeks before previous month. Okay, go on.
Can I say one thing? There's a big gap there. You're using Forex.com, yeah? You should choose Owanda. Owanda's the one that you need to use.
Is it working out well? There we go.
Yeah, because it's going to work on UTC as well. So you've got the UTC there, which is London. Owanda needs to work on the same time frame.
To be speaking of honest, sorry, mate. To be speaking of honest, looking at the chart at the moment in a weekly time frame, I am looking at some sort of a downside market at the moment. I mean, it hasn't been giving me any clarification for me to sell yet. It's still in buy market. We're still in the bull run in the GBP AUD. I mean, I would love to execute the buy order. I know you are in buy as well. I mean, I would love to enjoy that profit on the same time, but I cannot see where the price be able to break this region for some reason, this area. I feel like within this area, I will have a price projection towards either downside, even though I feel like it will break 85.90, which a new low will be created. So if I drop it down to daily time frame, if we look at it now, in a daily time frame, nicely consolidation created. So the price straight away break the consolidation, tested it, rally back down again, create the new low. From the new low, back into it again. So we had a lack of price movement towards upside this candle, as you can see. So somehow, some sense, I believe we could have a lack of movement towards upside around this area, and the price start showing us a momentum towards the downside again. But there is not a confirmation being given to me yet for me to execute the sell order yet. You know what I mean? So how I like to look at it now, I go in an hourly time frame. So I look at the user and highs and lows and look at the liquidities. I say, you know what, the price created the high, low, the high. So if it does come to this region around this liquidity area, then I will execute another buy order, because I mean, we are in a bull market on it. So that's how I intend to trade it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it now.
Do you want to share a chart as well? If you want to, I can allow you that.
I can't for my guys. My guys are looking at GA today. I know a lot of people are on the GA market. I'll just see, because I just need to just clarify myself. But
Sure, no problem.
The same.
that was my thought really, the overall. And how I intend to trade is on GA is I like to, you know what I mean? I like to take my time on that pair, you know what I mean? When I don't rush it when I trade in, because it does give you sometimes early entry. How I like to look at it is wait for it to give you a perfect entry at the lowest price as possible in order if I want to buy, or even if I want to just trade a pullback, then I just execute the pullback trade.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. One sec, Robert.
My son's just slapping on my face.
Just put my screen on, and then I'll.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you share 1 second.
I'll have a look at it, just because my guys want to probably look at this. 'Cause
You're the host, my friend. Go ahead.
awesome. Right, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Right. Okay, so GA, let's go on there. Right, so on the spectrum of this daily routine,
Yep.
let's have a look at this. Going. Okay, 1 second. Okay, when we're talking about the weekly, so again, I'm quite fresh to this actually this week. I don't really roll deep on this, but all right. So what I can see here is there's some evaluation. So the main evaluation is one here and there's one here. Okay, spike. So this is completely different. So different colors. It's a bit peggy. Okay, so we have this mid-range evaluation is going to be exactly here. Okay. Also, can you see here where the momentum came through to the downside?
Yeah.
Pushed off multiple layers of entry. One layer of entry, which is really, really important, as you see here. Okay. But what we did from the wick to the body came through respect to the absolute T. Then we came through, we pushed to the downside, took out this level. Can you see where we crossed it? Okay, we broke through. We also crossed, we used it as a pendulum going forward into the 1.9281, which came through afterwards. So what we're seeing then is the market spiked through, pushed back down, came through, created new volume Monday the 2nd of October because it was a new month, new volume comes through most of the time. I would say 9 times out of 10. Well, 9 times out of 12 months.
Yeah.
And then we came on the hard body, and then what we seen was this. Let me just put this here for a second. We came through the highs, okay, so 1, 2, then we balanced. Okay, if you look at the mid-range of this candle here, you can see where we were at 50% of this region, which was already in soup before we had any of this go on. Next level came through, and also we came through the lower end that was already on. Higher end, we stayed below that. We stayed more or less at the body of the previous. So the volume was fixated at the previous level, and there was a lot going on the inside. Next, we opened, okay, we pushed to the upside, and guess what happens? Look at where the candle is. Right at the top level, okay, right at the top level of where the spike volume is, okay? So the second point, 1, 2, came through again. We came through, we closed below the 50, we layered down to the left-hand side. Rolled a few, 1, 2. Guess what happens then? We push back above. Okay, another volume area, patch. Can you see here where we actually killed that market, that level again to the absolute pit? Bang. Then what happens? Next area comes through, pushes to the low, pushes to the high. Guess what happens again? Okay, we turn the magnet off. Came through, takes out the 50. Pushes to the low, not much went on here, okay, and then we went side by side, came back up, respected here. So there's a lot going on, and what we can also say, there's an altercation in a significant high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Guess what happens? Major levels are taken out. Yeah. So if we actually go in and put a stagnate factor on what happened over here, we can see where volume was traced. Traced volume comes from A to B. Bang, bang, so 50, 50, 50. Volume changes, significant entry, lower into lows. All this is, we don't really need to focus on any of this previously. Yeah. What we can see now, okay, this is why I'm long on GA, this is why everyone else is not a good reward, is that, can you see here, this barrier? The barrier has now been taken out, okay, the barrier is there, 1.927. And can you see what happened at the start of this week? We came through, and look where that is. Look at this. This is how accurate I can be.
Nicely tested it out.
The 50 again, it's hit the 50, and now we're starting to move to the upside. So what I'm saying is what's going to happen, okay, and I'm probably guaranteed this, is this. This level is what I can do. I can contain one. Contain, what is that? Sorry, 2. Contain 3. And then the main container is just back at this level over here. So what's going to happen is the market needs to now take out 1. Oops, sorry, wrong tool. Got target 1 initially, which we'll take out. Target 2, secondary, tertiary, okay, and then mainly over here. So there's main areas of market needs to come through to resist.
Interesting.
What's happened before. Then what we can do, we can go into an arena where we can take out the main high and put VWAP on. VWAP is suggesting, okay, we're back in mid VWAP, and once we take out, this is better on the daily, but higher end VWAP is going to be taken out. So as a target premium, what we can say is 1, 2, which is going to be 100. 3, I would say 85 to 89%. This level in the arena is going to be taken out at 126 pips. So we can put that into our head.
Yeah.
Daily wise, again on the daily, I can go even heavier on this, but let's just focus on this area on the daily. This is where I can get more interested. So we've gone through, okay? Friday we come through, spike through the area. Today, look at that by the pip, it's on the 50.
Yeah.
Okay, by the pip, it's on the 50. Now what we're doing, we're chasing entry. And if I wanted to step up the convenience of the entirety of what's going to happen next, what we can see is taking the volume. Was that Wednesday? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday. So what's happened is there's one factor here, secondary factor here. We also have the mid-range factor here, which is also compromised too. So it's doing 2 areas of volume. Okay, and then what's going on is we get one of our great tools, and what we can do is we can actually measure the volume with one of the major price points, which is just going to be A to B here, just the first candle, the weekly. And guess what we can see there? 3rd, 4th, 5th confluence. I don't know how many more we put together, but what we can see and do is, so we have A, let's B, and then we have, okay, C here. We look at the lower end, 2 factors of demolition are now coming in. So what we can also put together is look at this fucking thing here. Ha! Wow. So higher end spectrum of Fibonacci 1.9207 is coming in past the first entry. So that's our first previous high that's going to get knocked the fuck out. And then what we do, we go into this area, and this is the this Fibonacci here is I've just copied and pasted it from the high end spectrum. Don't really need to use the VWAP at any of this point, but if we look at some of the cross entries, main one was going to be New York here. Okay, so NY came in, Asia, London. NY, Asia, bang, Asia overall. London's now reflected over New York / Chicago. New York, Chicago is coming through, and if you look at gold right now, my friends, what's going on? It's going to hit my target.
Melting it out. Yeah, 100%.
I do 99-100% now. I'm just
on the gold. Yeah.
I'm a crazy kid.
Nice.
That's why I'm going into institutional realms, and I'm wiping them out. You're going to see me there in a few months. Okay, we'll get to that point soon. So when Chicago comes through, guess what's going to happen? It might do a downside drop into here, but overall, ultimately, if you remember, okay, here we're already pushing high. The reflection point is going to be 1.9083. 1.9083 is there, the lower end of New York. So again, there's another 2 confluences, so we're on like 5 or 6 right now. And then what we can see is a regurgitation of P&L as a price, which is going to bring through P&L, and also at the same time, can you see here where we had Asia, New York, Asia, so Asia respecting Asia, and now what we're going to do, come through, and then we're going to bang to the upside, and that's another guaranteed move. That's going to go up, and gold's going to hit our target, and then we're going to be happy.
Nice execution. This is a lower trade for people as well now. Thank you, mate. I'm sure people are enjoying it. Well, very nice price projection. Hopefully come in play, and then everyone can benefit from it. I appreciate it, mate.
That's I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to start sharing for a second.
Yeah.
I've got 2 sets of eye drops, bro. This how fast I roll. Like
That's it.
Japanese.
We're done. So, to just finish it off, thank you for your time. I appreciate it, mate. Honestly, I know you're a busy man, and good to have you around.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, let's talk about a bit of mindset. I mean, lack of traders' mindset and discipline, and why traders losing money. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. It's very broad. Maybe we can pick a topic, and then we can discuss it together, and then finish it off.
Yeah, I'll give a quick reflection. So my head's spinning. We go through this so fast, it's mad. And then we can obviously catch up on the next set about that. We can actually make some, bullet points as to what we're going to discuss, give it time, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you two focuses of attention. So, right, you've got, as I said earlier on, you've got your mental, okay, where you could be completely in a bad mental zone. But your finance could be great, your health could be great. You got your mental. You got your physical, where you could be sick. Your mental's all right. You try and push forward.
Yeah.
And the other, because finance is still good. Then you got your finance. But your finance is bad. Then your mental's bad. When your mental's down, your physical will take, by construct. So you have your different layers of structure, okay? Different layers of personal poverty, so to speak. That's that.
Yeah.
Secondary, especially in this market, you're learning from, I don't know, a lot of the people have like 50 different telegrams from all of these idiots who I'll wipe every man out, I'll say this to any man, it's what it is. It's
we know what it is.
If you're learning from too many people and looking at this, your brain is going to do this.
Yeah.
Especially in the game, you haven't got a plan, you haven't got as I mentioned earlier on, I did this 140 trades to show people publicly.
Yeah.
They can get this free. Anyone can go and look at it. And me and my guys did this just to give an example of a journal. People don't journal. They come in thinking, let me just buy, sell, like a retard, basically. Not doing a journal, not knowing what you're good at. I write down every day, bro. I've got many notepads.
I mean, you know about the journal, sorry to speak. I mean, you know about the journal is it's actually benefit themselves to see where the weaknesses are. I mean, they can work on it.
People are so far-fetched, in the thinking that they don't want to benefit themselves. They don't want to have the patience to do that. It took me 10 years to get here. Now I can just read things like a book. But I do have major intuition that I've worked on in different areas of the field, and that's why I can beat anybody. Especially, I'm not bothered about anyone in this retail realm. There's nobody there. I'm talking about the banks that are bringing us forward now, me and my team.
Yeah.
I'm gonna my new structure. That's why I'm here 24 hours a day, because I'm gonna show them what's good, and I'm gonna make them look silly in a nice way, make friends with them, and this, that, and even learn from them. But at the same time, I'll say the third point of call is that they don't know how to read the market.
Yeah.
It's very, very hard. What I've just gone through, my brain can do it at rapid speeds, but it took me a while to do that. And I can see things that other people can't see. And if you can't put these things together, you're not going to win. You might make 2% a month, 3%, you might get one trader what week.
Yeah.
My guys, if I want to put my mind to it, I can get everything right. Because I put my mind to it. And again, it took me a long time. Social media is probably one of the biggest devils to everybody.
Yeah.
And that's it. Man's on Instagram trying to buy some Gucci's and that, trying to get some fucking likes. I've been off that for a while. I've been in the trenches, mate. I've been in the trenches, came back from the trenches, and then put my work in, and actually became better when I should be dead. I've been in situations that have helped me discipline-wise that people wouldn't make it out of. So, you've got your personal problems that you need to go through. Hijack that, and also learn to do things properly. There's so many different things, bro.
Yeah.
And just, as I say, just listen to these retards online.
I
call them.
That's the first thing I've actually told my guys as well, who's working my team. I said, look, the first rule we have is we should put in place, do not look at other people and don't compare yourself to other people, because what they're really showing in a real life or reality is not actually is there. They're just showing a lifestyle where they didn't really make that lifestyle from the trading. They made it elsewhere, and they're showing you and they're trying to sell you something. So don't even bother.
That's why we call them paid actors. They're paid to act.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. It's a funny thing, and that's why I just stepped away from all of that. I said it was a blessing for my YouTube to go go down. Blessing for my Instagram to go down, because it was. Actually, you know what? I was still getting pissed off and get banned anyway, so whatever. But yeah, it was a blessing, man. And it's coming into fruition now. All I want to do is just be the best I can be.
Yeah.
And,
You can tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, I always tell people when whoever want to start even trading earlier stage, the first thing they need to do is just to stick to one thing, which they think they think is actually is the right thing of doing it, the right education. So right mentor is the first thing. I mean, they get themselves a right mentor. After right mentor, just look at the mentor, how he's achieving his trades. You know what I mean? How does he do it in a daily base? What's his mindset reacting when he's in loss, when he's win. You know, I mean, not a lot of people adopting well when they're in loss, even though when they in win, when they're winning, they close their trades early. You know what? Oh, I've gained 50K, let me close it. But the target was elsewhere. Yesterday he lost 20K, a day before he lost 50K or even 100K. And then today he made 20K, he's happy. But the risk management is not really not really correlating well. So I always say, get yourself a right education, right mentor, educate yourself properly and be disciplined. I mean, if you wanna look at it in a correct manner, just look at the long term. Don't look at the short term. You might lose a lot of money through the first few, maybe 1 year or 2 years or even 3 years. But after that, you gradually will develop it. It's just gonna take a bit of time. But in fact, once you get there, then you see the beauty of trading. You see the beauty of real art. I mean, yourself, you've been trading for a very long time. You've seen the ups and downs all the way through. You work with so many other people in the past. But you know, when it comes to trading, it does gonna take a bit of time. It's not a one hour or one year journey, which you'll make so much money and you buy houses or cars. It doesn't work like that, my friend. That's how I always been telling people.
yeah, I feel it at the same time with all that being said. I feel like a lot of people are suffering because of brain chemistry.
Yeah.
Dopamine, yeah.
Yeah.
So mainly dopamine is the one that in trying to get that fake. Me, I took dopamine in a different level.
Yeah.
In fact, don't know about that. But I get off, what I was doing before. But dopamine wise, it's all about just trying to come back, and that's why people can't focus properly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to look at how to negotiate your dopamine responses and also be more hard on your intellect and also your mental capacity and how to actually control your own brain overall in alignment with everything that you just said too. So it's obviously a lot of psychology, not it's more personal psychology. You're trying to build your own concept of how to think properly, build your own concept of how to be more emotionally intelligent, and at the same time know how the field of trading works, MMs, this, that, and the other, and what you're actually going to do with your life. It took me a long time. I was just going mad around the world like a crazy bastard, believe me. Now I've got a big goal going on, and I'm back into pure discipline. So you have to just blow your trumpet for a little bit, and it takes us some time to obviously get rid of bad habits, so to speak. You got to get rid of your personal bad habits for your trading habits to actually flow in the correct way. So
Yeah,
there's a lot of viewpoints that we can go through. As I say, next time we talk, I'll write a lot of things down and then we can have a chat first. Because obviously,
100%. Yeah, it's better to be instructed much more, and we can do it much more in depth each point. But honestly, I know probably it's your. What time is it now at the moment in your country?
It's going to be 1 a.m. soon. My eyes.
1 a.m. My friend, I'll let you go sleep, get some rest. I'll leave you to it. Well, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. I'm sure everyone appreciates what you allocated to us. Look after yourself. We'll be in touch soon. Thank you, mate.
All right, I'll speak to you. What's that, bro?
I want to speak to you now. Thank you. Gustav, خدا حافظ همگی.